So what is up guys, Spectrums here and welcome to the review of Rieju, whatever you wanna fucking call it, RS3. I wanna start saying the bike is absolutely a dream to drive, and it feels like a really big motorcycle because it's kind of heavy and it performs good, and you can basically put your knees down in the turtles. In the front, the gear is extremely sensitive, so you actually I've been falling into false neutral sometimes because it felt like it went into gear but then it didn't, and then it says so that's when you know you do something wrong, because the bike will tell you. But trust me on this, a bike is like a woman. If you handle her wrong, she will kill you. And it has alien eyes headlights. Haven't yet got rid of my chicken strap, but they are assuring. The problem I had with this bike is starting, because it's not always want to start, especially in the morning, and I've been having it inside in a perfect temperature, so there is absolutely nothing that should cause the bike to not want to start. We can start it here. It has, when it comes to the dashboard, it has always on clock, so you can always know what the clock is without having the key in. It doesn't start in any other gears than a neutral. It does not have a kill switch, which I find odd. But it has a very loud horn. Your choke, your turnings, very bright lights, and headlights, and main beam. It does vibrate a lot. I don't know if that's because of the feel that's in it, because I know it's a bigger engine than the performance it makes, so it does vibrate a lot because the engine have to work hard to not go as its full potential. But I made it to 80, which is fast enough here in our narrow roads in Norway. It's not allowed on the highway, but that's fine. The highways are boring anyway, because that's this view you don't have on highways. Yeah, as I said, it's pretty loud. But it smells good. I think most exhausts don't smell good at all, but this one actually does. It's not good, but it's not bad either. But I want to say the bike is absolutely stunning, and it's a fucking dream to drive. As you can see in my thumbnail, my girlfriend is sitting on it. She's about a head shorter than me, kind of, almost a head shorter than me. So you can see like how big the bike is. I am 186, but I kind of need a big bike because I'm a big fella. Like expansion are good. There's only one. I see there is room for one more if they build it different though, but this one is good enough. Stunner. Two extremely large, big suspension in the front, and it makes the bike extremely soft in bumps and other stuff. I have had no problems in riding condition with it. It handles good on dirt and on gravel, but it handles extremely wonderful on the road. But I feel like the tires are a bit aggressive for this kind of bike. I feel like the rims should be bigger and the tires should be like smaller. Yeah. When I've been having it for a month, I can give you a new review of how the bike is, but it is actually pretty fucking cool, for just saying straight out. If you're a new driver and if you just brought a sports bike, there is a lot of things you have to adjust to, like sitting position. You have to expect to be a little sore, because you're using a lot of muscle on your shoulders and neck and in the lower back when you start riding it, and then you get the position right and then it's fine. Or you build up muscle so you don't feel how it is, right? But you don't lay on the tank and you don't lay on the handlebars. You're mostly using your legs and your body to like keep you on the bike. And when you first get behind the windscreen, which is ridiculously low, it doesn't help at all, but it does make the bike look amazing. But when you get your head down and you go downhill, you can easily make 100 and 107 on a 50cc though, because it doesn't stop you when you're going down, but it tries. And if you just keep in the clutch, having it in neutral, and then you roll down, I'm sure you can make a pretty high speed though. But yeah, if you think about getting this bike, I say go for it, because it looks awesome and people turn their heads when you come on it, and it's not a familiar brand mark, it's pretty rare actually. But here's a fun fact: Rieju is the company that makes the engine for Yamaha. So basically it is a Yamaha engine in the bike that has not yet been called Yamaha, because it got directly put into this bike. But it is it's shaking. Me and my girlfriend, we took a trip last night where we took some pictures, and that was the first time she sat on it. And she said it's kind of bumpy, but that's because if you first start the bump, it won't stop because of gravity. But it is it's pretty fine. It doesn't shake too much. When you're two on the bike, it keeps the same performance at the same speed. We held 64 uphill yesterday, and 67, 68 kind of downhill or straight, and we were two on the bike, and we didn't went over the limit that you can have weight on it. I am actually waiting for a bag to have on the back seat, and I might get a protection like rubber protection here, since I see they're starting to get some stripes on it. Go away. I started to get some stripes on it. It has an 18 liters tank, which is good. The bike is not too heavy, but it's not light either, so it's a thing between a moped and an A1, like light motorcycle. So without any fuel, it weighs around 120 kilos, and with fuel in the tank it weighs 18 liters more. You can count that out yourself if you're good at that stuff. As I said, brake's good, gear is very sensitive, the mirrors have some major blind spot, but that's because the mirror. I think you can actually poke this out and put in some other kind of mirrors, or it's just a protection for a screw or shit. But that would be fun to check out. And I'm going to get like a gear counter, because it's very hard on this bike to know which gear you're in, because it's so it doesn't speak much. You gear up and then you forget you gear up, because it's not loud. It's pretty quiet when it comes to shifting, but when you are at high speed it gets pretty loud. But I don't know if it's the rim that's kind of fucked up or something, but it says or maybe the brakes. I don't know. Yeah, I've been calling I've been texting the dealer, which thinks it's odd that it won't start every time in the morning. And I cannot have a bike that won't start, because when summer is over and I'm going to high school last year, I can't stay for 40 minutes in the morning and try to start it. It has to start so I can get going, because it's going to take me an hour to get there, and I don't have an apartment close by, and I don't have a car. This is my only option.